Yo, you see this? This is what you call a degree. And I studied really hard for this piece of paper. To be precise, I studied exactly 4 years to obtain my software engineering degree from the University of Melbourne. Do you know how important this piece of paper is? Okay, don't do that. You and I know this piece of paper cost a lot, so don't waste your money just like that. This is a very expensive piece of paper and we all need to respect it. So with that said and done, I thought this would be a good topic to talk about today. Does having a degree matters? And my answer is yes. Now, before you celebrate and rejoice, hear me out for a second. First of all, why do you want to get a degree? If you're like me, you're probably told that having a degree will give you a good life. And your dreams of owning a home with a swimming pool at the back, with a double garage, and possibly a tennis court, that dream will come true. Okay, that sounds a bit extreme, but you can't deny the fact that for whatever reason, we are told that by having a degree, we are set for life financially. Okay, so that is obviously not the case, otherwise everyone will not be doing anything else other than having a job. Now, I quite like this topic today because I actually gone through a really rough start at the beginning of my career. As soon as I graduated as a software engineer from the University of Melbourne, I thought I was set for life, that I was going to earn big money, that I was going to work in big corporates. And the fact that I graduated from the University of Melbourne, which is the top 3 universities in Australia, I thought my path is going to be easy. But turns out I was unemployed for the full year, and it wasn't like I wasn't applying for jobs or anything. I was going for 3 to 4 interviews per month. In fact, I did that so much, I am now so good at interviews that I have a 90% success rate in any interviews I go to. But that's not the point. The point here is that a degree itself is not sufficient. What companies look for on top of that is work experience. And over the years, I realized that work experience is what companies mainly look for. A degree is just secondary. Having said that, a degree is still compulsory. It is like having a key to open the gates to the workforce. Without that, you can't get any jobs. I've had 6 different jobs in 10 years working in the corporate world, and what I don't understand is why none of them asked to see my degree in any of my job. If I have known, then I could have just learned to code from an online course, which is much cheaper and takes less time. And when I'm certified, I simply put a university in my resume because no one seems to care. Or maybe my university isn't that well known internationally, unlike Oxford or Harvard. I don't know, is it an Australia thing? Let me know in the comments below if your country is different. Anyhow, what I'm trying to get into here is a degree is necessary to give you a stepping stone into your first full-time 9 to 5 job, and that's what makes it important. But once you're in the workforce, you're pretty much all about the experience and less about what you learn in school. And the longer you work, the more experience you gain, the more valuable you become. Your degree doesn't improve with you as you move forward. It stays there as it is. Once a paper, always a paper. So let's walk through this a little. First, you need a degree to land yourself a job that can hopefully allow you to live your life. Then you need to work really hard to gain experience so that you can climb up the corporate ladder. And when you rank up and get promoted, your pay obviously increases as well. So really, at the end of the day, isn't it just about money? Alright, to be fair, there are those who really love their job, and I respect that. But come on, are you telling me that money isn't a factor here at all? If you really love your job, then you wouldn't mind working for free. But if you work for free, then how are you going to put food on the table? So really, getting a degree to me is basically about money at the end of the day. Why do you think Asian parents are always telling their kids to either become a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer? It is because those 3 professions are known for getting high salary, and also because so that the parents can show off to their friends and get that 5 seconds of fame when they tell their friends you are a doctor. And quite likely, that is also why you ended up with a profession you don't like. Now, if money is the ultimate goal here, then do you think having a degree is still necessary? Let's put that into a different perspective by having me telling you a story. This story is from the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you haven't read this book yet, I highly recommend it. My ego as a software engineer went from there to here after I read this book, and I started to see things differently and I started to respect what others do. Yes, I used to be a really arrogant and disrespectful kid. I mean, I still am, depending on your attitude towards me. But anyway, this story is about this kid who has 2 dads, a rich dad and a poor dad. The poor dad is his real father, and the rich dad is his friend's father. The poor dad is really educated, has a PhD, and is a lecturer. The rich dad, on the other hand, has no degree, but he works really hard and he owns his own factory, employing hundreds of people. Long story short, the poor dad struggles to make ends meet, whereas the rich dad has no problem living at all and can even help his employees provide for their family. That's it, that's what the story is about in a nutshell. Of course, I would still highly recommend you read the book because the book contains a lot of great explanation and advice. And also because I have an affiliate link to this book, so if you intend to buy it, make sure you buy it from the link in my description below. The price is still the same, but I get a small commission out of it, like $1? I don't know. But hey, isn't it cool that by having you purchasing a book is also indirectly buying me a cup of coffee? Because with more coffee, I get less sleep, and that means you are making me work overtime so that I can produce even more videos for you. Damn it. Alright, maybe you should buy it off elsewhere. In any case, I just want you to read that book because it is awesome and it contains tons of value. So what's the book made me realize is having a degree and getting a high profile position, those are all vanity stuff. And the whole purpose of it is so that I can show off to my friends and family. But if you're struggling and you're hating your job, then I don't think that 5 seconds of fame is worth it. I mean, think about it. What sounds more prestigious, a doctor or a plumber? No offense to plumbers, but any professions being compared to doctor pales in comparison. But what if the plumber runs his own business and earns twice as much as the doctor in a day? Sure, telling people you are a doctor sounds really cool and it gives you a status symbol, but is it really worth it if you are unhappy? I'm telling you this not because I am insulting doctors. I'm telling you this because I have friends who are doctors and they are unhappy because they are not sure why they are going down this path. They are either doing it for their parents or the money, which by the way, I don't think is the best source of motivation. But if you're doing it because you want to save lives, because you love seeing people get better, then you have my full support. Because I think that should be the intention of wanting to be a doctor in the first place. So now, let me ask you, don't you think that 90% of the reason we're working is because of money? Is so that we can live a better life, a life without financial worries, a life without worrying about job security? If that is the case, then why does it matter if I do not have a degree, but I found my own way of earning money, even if that means being self-employed? Is it really that bad? After all, the goal in life is to make sure we earn enough money so that we can enjoy ourselves without worrying. So, who cares how others sees you if you do not have a degree? Your ability to think out of the box that isn't textbook based, I think that is the ability that you should be proud of. I don't think that we should be measured based on a piece of paper. I think we should be measured based on our experience, our failures, and our resilience. I know people who struggled in high school who are living the life right now with no financial worries because they worked hard. I did not struggle in school because I'm an A student and because I'm a teacher's pet. I can do well in my subjects, but that is because I have a really good memory to score in exams. But having a good memory doesn't give you a good life. A good cash flow does. So really, the question here is, do you want to live a life based on your academic recognition, or do you want to live a life based on your own circumstances, free from others' opinions? I went on to become self-employed because I wanted a lavish lifestyle, and a 9-to-5 job just couldn't get me there. And when I first started doing my own things, there were people laughing at me because I am not doing the typical things others do. And they think that I'm crazy because I have a degree, yet I'm not utilizing it properly. But guess what? I'm happier than ever because I can finally see a way to achieve my goal, which is why I hardly brag about my degree. I only brag about my hard work and consistency. Okay guys, thanks for watching till the end of the video. Remember to dismantle the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And as always, do check out my other videos as well. I would like to give you as much value as possible, so please give me a chance. Alright, I will talk to you another time, so bye for now.